Hello, I'm Alex Middleton from Westwood, and this is the RigLogic's offshore rig review for the week ending Friday the 12th of November. Starting off with trends and indicators. In Southeast Asia, Chevron Indonesia has issued a market survey for a deep water floater capable of operating in a water depth of 3,280 feet. The work scope is the plug and abandonment of 2 wells located in the Banga field. Commencement is in the second half of 2023, with an estimated duration of about 45 days. The market survey closed on the 3rd of November. The wells started producing in 2016 as part of the Indonesian Deepwater Development Project. In Africa, Mauritius is reported to be advancing legislation that could result in the first exploration drilling in the area for more than 45 years. Designated as the Offshore Petroleum Bill, the law seeks to update a fiscal and legal model that dates back to 1970. Assuming the bill is passed, the government will approach the market with a request for proposals for acreage. It is understood that any licenses awarded would run for up to 2 years, while exploration licenses would be run for up to 6 years. Finally, production licenses would have a maximum 30-year term. In the meantime, seismic company CGG has signed a deal to carry out a 45,000-kilometre multi-client 2D seismic survey over 4 selected areas in order to help understand the geology better. Looking at new contracts and extensions. In the US Gulf of Mexico, Quarter North Energy has awarded Noble Drilling a contract to use ultra-deepwater drillship Noble Faye Kozak. The campaign will consist of 1 firm well plus 3 unpriced options starting in April 2022. The firm portion of the work will run for around 120 days until August. The rig is currently undergoing an underwater inspection in lieu of dry docking in the Mississippi Canyon area. It will then work for Murphy Oil on a 4-well plug and abandonment charter that will last into February next year. Envin Energy then gets the rig for a 1-well plus options contract. It's believed that Quarter North will award another contract shortly, possibly for a rig not in the region already. In Mexico, Wintershall will use the bore drilling jackup Ram for its 150-day program in Block 30 offshore Mexico. Drilling at the Wahoo and Cabrilla prospects will begin around the 1st of August 2022 and will keep the rig working through the end of the year. Moore also reports that prior to the Mexico work, Iran was awarded a 120-day accommodation contract in the UK North Sea. Work will begin in February next year and run until June, after which the rig will mobilise to Mexico for the Wintershall campaign. The rig has been stacked in the UK since its last contract was completed in July 2020. Moving on to drilling activities. In the North Sea, jackup Valaris 122 has been waiting on weather and a suitable window to shut in shear water. The rig move is expected soon, with drilling at Jaws set to last around 100 days. Upon completion, the rig will then drill the Edinburgh prospect, which has an estimated duration of about 110 days plus an option for a possible test. Depending on well durations, the rig is committed until June next year. However, the operator has available options which could see the rig busy until the first quarter of 2023. In South America, ExxonMobil has notified Brazil's National Petroleum Agency that it has found traces of oil in its Taita-1 exploration well in the Santos Basin Titan block. It's being drilled in 8,675 feet of water by the ultra-deepwater drillship West Saturn. Specific well results have not yet been released. The rig is under contract with ExxonMobil until late January next year. It then goes inshore for installation of low-emission equipment. In June next year, Equinor will take the rig on a 4-year development drilling program in the Bacalhau field. Equinor has 4 one-year options available after the initial term ends in June 2026. In Southeast Asia, Diamond Offshore reported in its latest fleet update that the ultra-deepwater semi Ocean Monarch will complete its contract with POSCO International in March 2022. The 7-well firm plus 5-well option contract offshore Myanmar began in December 2020. The rig is due for its special survey in the second quarter of next year. Ending this week with rigs stacking. In Africa, ultra-deepwater drillship Saipem 12,000 completed work for Eni in the Coral South Field in Area 4 offshore Mozambique, and the rig is now arriving in the Pemba anchorage area. As reported in August, Eni declined to exercise 3 years of available options on the rig. Saipem said at the time it was confident of securing other work for the rig, including drilling by Eni in Block A5-A, also offshore Mozambique. It is believed that the tender is still outstanding, but we will report the award once the winning rig is confirmed. Okay, and that's all for this week's Offshore Rig Review. Thanks very much for listening.